תורה מ"ב, ליקוטי מוהר"ן. And Rabbeinu is telling us, וכל הנגינה הם תלת גוונין דקשת. And the three colors, main colors of the rainbow, you can find them also in the voice of singing. When the person is singing, you listen to his shira, to his singing, and you can see over there, וירם את הקולות, you can see the voices, you can see the voice. Those are the three kinds of voice in the singing of the person. הם תלת גוונין דקשת שיש בקול, because in the voice you have אש, מים, רוח, fire, water, and wind. שהם שלושה אבות, and those are the three ancestors. שהאבות הם שלושה גוונין דנהירין, and they are the three bright colors that are shining. שבהם וראיתיה לזכור ברית עולם. That when you see them, when Hashem sees them, when Hashem is looking and he sees the ancestors, so הוא זוכר חסדי אבות, he remembers the covenant. He remembers not to reveal the judgments, not to show, not to let the judgments express themselves. It's written in the Gemara Kedosha that Moshe Rabbeinu been answered only after he mentioned the zchut, the merit of the ancestors, of the Avot. He said, remember to Abraham, to Yitzchak, and to Yaakov. So even a person that is so huge and great like Moshe Rabbeinu, he needs to have the ancestors, Gedolei Adorot, those giants, to protect us. But Rabbeinu is telling us, נמצא מי שמנגן אותיות התפילה, but here we can see that when you are singing the letters of the prayer, וכל הנגינה הם בזכות ובבהירות גדול, and just pray slow and in a clear way, and just saying to Hashem Yitbarach with a gentle voice, with your voice, say to Hashem, please Hashem, and you sing to Hashem, whatever you need. You need a dishwasher, you need to sing to Hashem. Please Hashem, we need a dishwasher. Please Hashem. It's going to bring the dishwasher faster. אזי מלביש את השכינה, היינו האותיות בלבושין דנהירין. So then you're covering, you're dressing the שכינה הקדושה, that the שכינה הקדושה, it's the letters of the prayer with shiny, illuminating outfits, coverings. And then Hashem will listen to that tefillah. וקודש בריך הוא רואה אותה. And then הקדוש ברוך הוא going to see it. ואזי, and then, וחמת המלך שכחה. And there are no judgments on that prayer. If you say, Hashem, we need a dishwasher. What's going on with my dishwasher? Hashem, it's not good. Hashem, where is my house? Hashem, I pray for the house. Where is my house? Who are you barking at? Hashem Yitbarach is not working for no one. He's part of the Emunah project. We're not working for no one. וזהו שפרש רש"י, and that Rashi said, בשומעו את רינתם, when he listens to their songs, בזכות אבות, that's what Rashi said, by the merit of the ancestors. בשומעו את רינתם, when you're going to hear them singing, Rashi is saying, he remembers the ancestors. Okay, so you see that why to hear you sing today, it's reminding HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the ancestors, because they were singing. Because they were singing always to Hashem Yitbarach. In the morning, early in the morning, Avraham Avinu was going and singing to Hashem Yitbarach, and he was talking to Hashem like he was talking to his best friend, and he was sharing from the heart, and he was telling. And Yitzchak, the same, every noon, after that he was finishing his shacharit, it was late enough for daven mincha, so he would go and talk to Hashem Yitbarach, and sing to Hashem Yitbarach, and talking and pleasing Hashem, and asking from Hashem Yitbarach. Of course, always a person needs to be very, very, very sensitive to his inner voices, to know sometimes you need to be strong, sometimes you need to be soft, sometimes you need to say the truth, no matter how it's going to be sound. But you need to say it. We need to know that Hashem Yitbarach understands us. If you've done something wrong, for sure you need to do tshuva, you need to apologize, you need to say, please Hashem, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to talk to you like that, I wasn't supposed to be hard, I wasn't supposed to demand, I wasn't supposed to shout, I wasn't supposed to chas shalom. I'm sorry. But from the other side, Hashem Yitbarach, I didn't have a choice. I felt like I'm so stressed and I didn't know what to do with myself anymore. You're pushing me, Hashem Yitbarach, to places that I feel lost. I feel like I don't have no one to listen to me. And I know that you can listen to me, and I see that you're not. I see that you're not answering my prayers, so, Hashem, even you might be angry in a situation like that. You need to talk to Hashem Yitbarach Be'emet. Hashem, I saw that when Am Yisrael weren't listening to you, it upset you also. So I don't know, you can understand me. I'm not saying that I'm right, but you understand what it means to be angry. You went through that also, Hashem Yitbarach. If you want us to do tshuva, so in all of the holy books that are teaching us about education, all of the books are telling about Dugma Ishit, that you should be a model to your children, that they're going to learn from you. So Hashem Yitbarach, if you want us to do tshuva, we're going to learn from you how to do tshuva in a certain way, so to speak. It means that you also made mistakes. Like that we know in the Gemara Kedosha, the Gemara is telling us that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He regrets on certain things, saying, Oy li shechavti et beiti, I'm sorry that I destroyed the temple, the Beis HaMikdash, Ve'oy li shegleti et banai, and I regret on the fact that I exiled my children, and he regrets on the fact that he constricted the moon, shemiateti et halevana, and he's asking Aviu alai kapara, please bring something to atone on my mistake. So Hashem Yitbarach, we know that He's keeping all Torah mitzvot. And even if it's in a certain way of private supervision, even if it's in a certain way that Hashem Yitbarach, He leads the world, we're not saying bad things on Hashem, on the Creator. We're going to say, what? HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He made mistakes. You want to say that the Creator, He made mistakes? We're not that wise to think that we are able to explain Hashem Yitbarach Himself. We're just talking about what that Hashem Yitbarach revealed to us. And He, in the Gemara Kedosha, told us certain things. And we're just trying to understand what to do in life. It's not like we are now dissecting and investigating and bringing now the deepest conclusions and understand. No, listen, this is Hashem. We're barely holding on. We're just trying to hold on. We're talking from the heart. We're trying to find Hashem. And we're just trying to make it happen. And when we're looking on what it's written, so we're trying to take every time the words that are going to give us the reason to make it for the day, to survive, to hold on for another day, for another week, and to serve Hashem Yitbarach. So one time you need to thank Hashem Yitbarach from the bottom of your heart, even if you're suffering. And in another time, in the same situation, but you don't have the vessels to thank Hashem. So you need to say to Hashem Yitbarach the truth. Hashem, I'm not able to deal with this situation today. I cannot thank you on that. And it's exactly the same situation. One day you're going to thank on it, and in the second day you're going to cry. One day you're going to be even angry and going to say to Hashem, look Hashem, I'm angry. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle my anger, my frustration from this situation. And I need you to help me. In every situation we're trying to approach Hashem, to come to Hashem Yitbarach from the heart. That's the secret of the Hitbodedut. It brings you to humility, it brings you to the truth, it brings you straight to Hashem Yitbarach. And we're not phony, we're not trying to show the world that we are the angels, that we're serving Hashem in fire and in water. No, we also drown in water and we also burn in fire. But when Hashem Yitbarach, He wants you to jump into the fire and nothing going to happen to you, nothing going to happen to you. It's not depends on us. We are ready to sacrifice ourselves. But sometimes you sacrifice yourself in actions, and sometimes you sacrifice yourself with the thoughts, and sometimes the way for you to sacrifice yourself is to say to Hashem Yitbarach, I'm not able to continue. I'm stopping. Today I'm stopping. When you listen to the voice of the Shekhinah Kedosha, sometimes you see that the Shekhinah, she's fighting with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and she's got arguments, she's got things to say to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And you have to justify the Shekhinah Kedosha and not HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So what you're going to do then? If we see that we need to listen to the voice of our wives, and sometimes you hear your wife, she's saying things, there is that story with the Baal Shem Tov, when the Baal Shem Tov sent one of his students to listen to a conversation of a certain couple that were arguing, that and the wife, she said to her husband, I don't want to say anything bad about HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but I want to tell you that he should have more mercy on Am Yisrael. So her husband, he was righteous, and he told her, listen, I understand your sorrow, I understand your pain, but the truth is that we're not allowed to disagree with Hashem, we're not allowed to say bad things on Hashem, we have to listen to the voice of Hashem, whatever Hashem is saying, Yakol Tova, it's all for the good. She said, yes, I'm not arguing, I also think that everything is for the good, but I think that Hashem Yitbarach can reveal His mercy a little bit more, that's the only thing I'm saying. And they keep on talking, and told her, yeah, I understand your point, but still, and they're talking, and she's holding in her point. And in the end, the husband been convinced. And he told her, I think you're right. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He should reveal His mercy a little bit more on Am Yisrael. And when they came to that understanding, suddenly between them, there was such a peace between them. They were so happy between them that they started to dance. And the Baal Shem Tov said to his students that dancing, the fact that they came to that understanding, to that happiness, that really they agree, HaKadosh Baruch Hu should reveal His mercy more on Am Yisrael. It brought huge change in heaven that HaKadosh Baruch Hu decided to reveal His mercy more. And so, you need to understand that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we know that Gemara that is telling us that there was that argument between Rabbi Eliezer ben Orkanus, Rabbi Eliezer HaGadol, and the rest of Chachamim, of the Tanaim in that generation. And they were arguing on a certain halakha, on Rosh al-Achnai, on a certain stove. And they were arguing on it, what the halakha is. And Rabbi Eliezer ben Orkanus is giving to them evidence to his shita, and Chachamim are arguing with him. And he started to make miracles, and he let Hashem Yitbarach make the miracles. He's saying that the stream of the water gonna be an evidence for that. And suddenly all of the water going to the back, to changing the direction, going up the hill instead of going down, and things beyond nature change, and so Chachamim are saying, no, we cannot learn halakha from the water, we're not learning from the water. Hashem is changing nature. And so Rabbi Eliezer ben Orkanus is saying, so the carob tree will prove. And suddenly the carob tree is jumping from the ground and flying, 500 meters, and plant in another place. And everyone sees that miracle. You cannot argue with miracles of it. It's not. He wasn't a black magician that makes it was Hashem doing miracles. And Hashem is showing, and they heard bat kol, a voice from heaven that is saying that Hashem is deciding the halakha like Rabbi Eliezer ben Orkanus. And they're saying, we're not learning halakha from bat kol, from voice from heaven. It's not an evidence for us. And they keep on arguing, Chachamim. And in the end, they told him, listen, Yachid ve'Rabim halakha ke'Rabim. If an individual have his opinion and the group have their different opinion, so you follow the group and you don't follow the one. So he couldn't argue with that, and he had to follow that halakha. You cannot argue with that, even though that he still. And we're following Chachamim now. Even though that we know today that really Rabbi Eliezer ben Orkanus, he was right. But still, Chachamim, halachically, they were more right than him because they found evidence to their arguments, to their claims, stronger than his. And they were a group, and he was an individual, so he lost his case. After a while, one of the Chachamim met Eliyahu Navi, and he asked him, "Tell me, can you please tell me what HaKadosh Baruch Hu was saying when that argument finished over there between Rabbi Eliezer to Chachamim?" So Eliyahu Navi answered to him that HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, "Nitzchuni banai, nitzchuni banai." My children, they won, they beat me, they succeeded. And it's written that Mizmor in one of the songs in the Tehillim. It's written Lamnatzeach bin ginot Mizmor, so that Hashem Yitbarach is singing when someone is winning. Lamnatzeach, when someone is winning, there is a song. So Hashem is singing a song. So the explanation, Rabbeinu is bringing that explanation in Likutei Moharan, why Hashem is singing. The Gemara is saying, Zamru lemi shemenatzchin oto v'sameach. We need to praise the one, the Hashem Yitbarach, He's that one, that when you overpower on Him, when you win Him, so He's happy. When He said, Nitzchuni banai, my children won, He was happy that His children won. It's like that you say to your child, I'm sorry, you cannot go to the park, you cannot have the bicycles, you cannot buy the new ball, you cannot buy that book. No. Why? Because you haven't completed your homework, because you haven't completed your obligations. Okay, what's the best thing that can happen to the father? That you're going to get that ball finally. He wants you to get that ball. So when you won him, when you beat him, so actually he won. That's his success. The success of a father is the success of his children. So you need to understand, when you're going to talk to Hashem Yitbarach, when you go to talk to Hashem, to convince Him to achieve things with Him in Tefillah, you need to win Him. So you don't need to feel bad with yourself that you think that Hashem Yitbarach He is hiding His face. It's not a secret. He is hiding His face from us. And we need to bring forgiveness. We need to bring Him to lead us. We need to bring Him to that place that He really gonna reveal all of His mercy on us. That's the success. That's really what is gonna happen in the end. But we need to understand that it's a process. And during that process, each and every one of us is allowed to fight with Hashem, and to argue with Hashem, and to convince Hashem, and to bring Hashem Yitbarach to the understanding that He needs to reveal His mercy more on us. And you don't need to feel bad with yourself, that's what you feel. People wants to serve Hashem, and you think that it's humility to surrender yourself and to bring yourself down for the honor of Hashem, and then you're down, and you're broken, and you're depressed, and you're sad, and you're not happy, and you don't have anything in your life, and you're just squashed down. And now you think that you're humble? That's not humility. Humility is to know that Hashem Yitbarach is the only one that can save you. But it doesn't mean that you don't need now to help Hashem Yitbarach to save you. We need to give power to Hashem Yitbarach. We need to give strength to Hashem Yitbarach. We need to cheer Hashem up. We need to tell Hashem, please Hashem, help us. Please Hashem, help heal all of the people. Please Hashem, bring all of Am Yisrael to Zion, to Yerushalayim. Please Hashem, give all of Am Yisrael parnasah. Hashem is able to do that, and He's not. Okay, we have a job here. We have something to do here. And if we're all going to be lazy and humble and just say, no, whenever Hashem will want, so it's going to happen. Okay, let's wait another 2,000 years, no problem. You want to wait. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting. When I see the success, when I see that Hashem is listening to the prayers, when I see that when you fight, you can achieve things, when I see that when you wake up, so you can do things, when I see that when you're not giving up, so Hashem Yitbarach is shining, Hashem Yitbarach is bringing His light back to the world, when I see that Hashem Yitbarach is Shomat Tfilah, listen to the prayers, so why that I'm going to stop? Why that I'm going to stop? If I already saw that Hashem making wonders, amazing things in the world, it all depends on how much you count on Him. I told you that a little bit in the last few classes, that we need to understand that Hashem Yitbarach's powers are endless, that really you can achieve everything from Him, everything that you need. One of my students told me something amazing, so inspiring, mamash. Look at today, look at reality today, on the nature today. Amazing things are happening today. You want to make it from Eretz Israel to United States, you can do it in a few hours, in 7 hours to some areas, in 10 hours to the rest, in 12 hours max. You can find yourself in another place of the world, in the other half of the world, in 10 hours. And you think it's not a miracle? Something like that was impossible 100 years ago, 200 years ago. It was impossible. And if it would happen, it would take you a year, if you would make it. And today you can do it in 12 hours, in 10 hours. And you can turn on your light, and you have wet ones, and you have a sink, and you have a toilet, and you have a shower with a boiler, and you have so many things that for you today, you think it's natural. You think that is nature. Just because that you're born in this generation, you think that it's a natural thing, that you can hold your cellular, that it's a piece of plastic. And you can talk to someone over there in the other side of the world, and you're communicating, and it's free. And it's WhatsApp free, and you can talk to him, and you don't hear so good. And now you have complaints on that it's not 100% fixed. And if you want to talk in 100% clear with no noise and nothing, so it's going to cost you $1 for a minute, $1 for I don't know. Okay, but you can also do that, and it was impossible 2 hours ago. It was just not exist, and today it exists. Today, you're just able to do things. You have a headache, and you take some Acamol, some aspirin, some medicine, and you just swallow that pill. And after 20 minutes, it's disappeared. You cannot see so well, and you buy glasses, and you put them, and suddenly you're not blind. 200 years ago, a person that would lost his eyesight, he would be blind. Thousands of people, millions of people would be blind today without that power that Hashem Yitbarach revealed to the world. And you have so many examples for those. You have shoes, you have pants, you have belts, you have everything you need. You have the internet, information. You can teach Torah now, and 700 people, 7,000 people, 1 million people gonna see your lecture that already happened 3 months ago. And they're gonna learn it today. Isn't it a miracle? You gave a class 2 years ago. Someone today gonna hear it somewhere in the world. Is it possible? Yes. How? Those are days of Mashiach already. Those now are the days of Mashiach already. Now, those are the days of Mashiach. Those are the days that Mashiach reveals himself. Those are the days that Hashem Yitbarach reveals his powers, reveal his greatness. But corresponding to the huge amounts of light that are coming down to the world, so equal to that, the Yetzer Hara is bringing darkness, and everything looks so natural, and we cannot see that it's Hashem. GPS, you write an address, and Hashem is telling you where to go. Turn right, turn left, in 200 meters, take a left, take a right. What's that? How can it be? If you wanted to go to that place, you would have to talk to at least 300 people to find yourself. And today, you just, in 2 years, the car is going to take you without. They already invented those cars, automatic driver. Just take you. You put in the GPS, take me home, and that it takes you. Okay, not everyone are able to afford those cars, but it's happening. So you think it's science, you think it's technology, you think it's 2016. It's Hashem. It's Hashem brings down the light of His greatness, His kindness, that He can take you from one place to the other, that He can fly you and your family to Eretz Israel, and you can ship your couches and your clothes and your plates and your spoons and your computer, and you can take your dog with you if you want to Eretz Israel. You can do whatever you want. Once you had to say goodbye to all of your family, to leave your country, now you can move to Eretz Israel, and after 48 hours to be back in Palm Springs. If you have a meeting, important, we just made Aliyah. No, I'm just in the meetings here. Next Sunday I'm going back, and you just made Aliyah 24 hours ago, and now you're again in Beverly Hills making some last meetings, closing some issues before of how it's all happening. It's the kindness of Hashem. We need to focus in the kindness of Hashem. We need to see the greatness of Hashem. We need to see the kindness of Hashem. Not to distract our thoughts from reality. From the real truth that Hashem Yitbarach, He builds aeroplanes, and He builds cars, and trains, and light trains, and computers, and cameras, and green screen, and mics, and printing books. Once you know what you had to do to find a book, you had to write it. You had to write that book. Oh, amazing book. Can I copy it? Okay. You're not allowed to take it from him for sure. So you need to sit and to write. For 2 days you would copy a book if you really wanted it. And how many mistakes you would have. And then you need to check if you wrote it right and you had mistakes and misspellings. And you need to break your head on figuring out what did you wrote over there. And today you're just copying it, and it costs you $10 to copy a book, a whole book, or that you can go and buy it in 5 from the store. You can order it online. Someone gonna knock at your door in 4 days and gonna supply you the book. And you didn't even pay. You just told him the number of your credit card, and some number has been changed in the bank. And nothing. It's not real. It's all fake. It's all an illusion. Hashem is showing to you nothing exists. Hashem just reveals His existence, that you're able to achieve everything you need. Okay, can you transfer money? Yes. Those things are not... You know what would happen to a person that needs to take 400 golden coins from one land to the other journey? How many robbers he would meet on the way? You cannot do those things. You cannot transfer money from one land to the other. It's impossible. And today you're going to be so angry that they charged you $5.79 on the commission. Why they're taking so much money on transferring money? Why they're charging? The commissions are so high today. You need to dance all day long that you're able to transfer money. They're charging you $5 and you're whining. You're able to do things that black magicians was never able to do, that the wizards of Oz, they weren't able to do. And you now can do it with just one phone call, 2 minutes. I don't have the power for all those waiting calls, for all those people, computer systems. Say thank you. Life is so easy today. You can do everything online. You can take care of everything. You can buy houses. Once you would want a house, you had to build your own house. Do you know how to build a house? You're able to build a house. You don't know the size of your shoes today. Once you need to sole your shoes. You can, I need shoes. Okay, make one, you know. You don't know what I'm going to buy. You have Nike. What are you going to buy? It's all kindness of Hashem. And there is a very big, very thick darkness on all of it. But we can break it. If we're just going to break that darkness, means just going to focus on the real simple faith, to know that it's Hashem. That Hashem Yitbarach, He puts water, sweet water in flavors, in bottles, and now you just need to open the cap and you can drink it, and it's amazing. Once you were thirsty, you had to go to the well. You had to go to the river. And if you don't have a vessel, so you're going to drink with your hands, that was reality. And we're talking about 200-300 years ago. And if you're going to see the world, it's the last 100 years that we are present in this generation. It's means main time that the world was exist. They didn't have almost anything. And today you have everything you need, and you have more than you need. And if you would just praise Hashem and see His greatness and admit on it, so He would reveal more and more and more to us. I read once that, I don't remember who was the rabbis that said that, but that when they declare on the independence of Am Israel, of the state of Israel, Medinat Israel, so if they would write, someone said, if they would write that by the hands of Hashem, by the power of Hashem, they said, they wrote over there, Betzur Israel. We're counting on Tzur Israel. What's Tzur Israel? It's the power of Israel, and Tzur is one of the names of Hashem Yitbarach, but actually they compromise with the Chilonim, with the Tzionim of that generation, not to write, but with the power of Hashem we got the stage. Just we're counting on the power, strength of Am Israel. Okay, so they said Betzur Israel. It's also one of the names of Hashem Yitbarach. So okay, they gave something to the Charedim, but actually the real meaning of how that they wrote the Megillat Atzmaut, they actually wrote that we're counting on our own power, that we're a strong nation and wise soldiers and all of those imaginations. And someone said, one of the righteous people said, that if they would just change those words and they would just say that in the power of Hashem we achieved it, so Mashiach would come in that day of declaring on the state, in that day. Mashiach could have come. It was a very special day. It was a day of revealing. So let's say, okay, we failed. We lost that opportunity. But no harm is done, because really, we actually received the state. We already received the land. It's ours. We're here. Okay, now we need to fix it. Okay, so we need to bring back Hashem Yitbarach into the picture. You know, Medinat Israel, when you see those two words, what is Medinat? Medinat Israel. You have the word Medinat, the state of Israel. Medinat, you have two words over there. Medinat, it's met, you have dead. Medinat, taf in the end of and mem in the beginning, it's met. And in the middle, you have din, judgments. The judgments are dying. The death of all judgments, that's Medinat Israel. Now, when you don't see that it's all Israel, that it's all Yashar Kel, that it's all straight from Hashem, so you can die from the judgments. But if you see that it's all Yashar Kel, that it's all coming from Hashem, so the judgments are dying. You don't have no more judgments. When you live here in Eretz Israel, in the states of Israel, so in that moment you cancel all judgments. Din met. That's Medinat. Din met. It cancels all judgments. No more judgments anymore. When you know that it's Medinat Israel, when it belongs to Israel, to Yashar Kel, straight to Hashem, when you believe, when your faith is solid, when you know that Hashem Yitbarach is running the show here, that Hashem Yitbarach, He inherits the land, He gives the cities, He gives the wisdom to the wise, He gives the power to the soldiers, He gives power to the settlers, to the people that came here, He gives them the wisdom, He gave them the power, He gave them the siyata dishmaya, help from heaven to achieve things. And today even more and more and more. Because everyone that is coming, bring his spark, bring his wisdom, bring his abilities, bring his part in the Shekhinah back to Zion, back to Eretz Israel. And that's the redemption of Am Israel. That another one is coming, that another family is coming. Ish et reu ya'azoru v'l'achiv yomar chazak. As much as you can do to help those people that are coming to settle down, to come, to live, to rent houses. That's how you bring Mashiach. That's how you bring the Geulah. When Am Yisrael going to be in their homeland, Mashiach going to come. The Geulah will happen. We just need to bring another family and another family, and every family is bringing more families with them, because you don't see how it happened, but a lot of people affected by others. If you brought someone to Eretz Israel, you actually brought all of Am Yisrael one step closer to make it. Okay, oh, you know, I saw Abraham that he made it, and I saw Avram that he made it, and I saw Yosef, and you know what? Okay, I have already 3 families to learn from them. So okay, and now I saw the Brown families; they also made it. Oh, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do it. One family, no, Abraham is, he's got siyata dishmaya. I'm not like him. No, Avram, no, his wife, she's gifted, she's very talented, and I cannot learn from that. Yosef, he made it. You know what? Yosef, he's also, Yosef is young, he's strong, but now the Browns made it also. So, you know what? When I'm going to stop fooling around, I'm just going to stop selling myself all of those excuses. Maybe I'm going to just make it, and then you do it. Because you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's it, and you're in. So everything that we're doing, we need to know that it's very important, and it's taking us somewhere. And when you have that simple faith that it's actually Hashem Yitbarach doing everything for us, and preparing the Geulah, the redemption for all of Am Yisrael, and bringing us together to live here together, you just need to count on Him and to make that step. If you would know how easy it is, I don't know how to tell you how easy it is. Why you suffer? Why it's hard for you to understand that it's easy? Because you lack of that. Because you lack of that understanding that it's all from Hashem. But if you would see that, okay, Hashem Yitbarach said that it's going to take me another 24 hours until I'm going to have a washing machine. That it's going to take me another week to have beds for my children. So you wouldn't suffer. You can handle with another week sleeping on the sofa or on blankets. You can sleep, you can manage for a week when you know that there is a purpose for that week. But if you feel like you're lost and what's going to happen, then there's no one here to help me and what I'm going to do, so then you lose hope. And from that you're suffering. Not from the fact that you don't have beds. From the fact that you don't have hope. From the fact that you don't have someone to talk to. Because you don't believe in Hashem. So then you lose your hope and you lose your happiness, and then those beds were the last איך אומרים, הקש ששבר את גב הגמל. What? Last straw that broke the back of the camel. Yeah, you use it in English also. People know camels. People know that animal, camel. Yeah. The straw that broke the back of the mountain cat. But when you have Hashem Yitbarach with you, so then you can cross every distance and you can jump above every obstacle and you can break every wall and you can achieve everything. Because with the power of the will, with the power of hope, with the power of faith, you bring Hashem Yitbarach into the picture. And then Hashem Yitbarach is with you. And then when Hashem Yitbarach is with you, so no one can beat you. No one can knock you down. When you're humble and Hashem Yitbarach is with you, you're just going to win. You're just going to win. So that's our job. Always to focus on the fact that Hashem Yitbarach, He is the one that is making it all happen. He's the one that is building. He's the one that is ruling. He's the one that is developing. He's the one that holds us back. He's the one that is opening. He's the one that is closing. And we just need always to judge Him favorably. We always need to see that it's Him. And not to ignore from the fact that it's Him. And not to give up. Not to let the Yetzer Hara beat you down and that you're going to lose your hope and fall to despair. No. Always. Even if it's a sharp sword is aimed on your throat, to your throat. Like, what can you do? Don't give up from calling Hashem Yitbarach again. Say to Hashem Yitbarach, reveal your mercy. Reveal your kindness, Hashem. Please, please Hashem, show me your kindness. Show me how good you are. Show me that you can help me even in that awkward situation. Even in that embarrassing situation. And if you're able to say that tefillah with a song, you're singing to Hashem. Sing a song to Hashem. Please Hashem. Please Hashem. It doesn't need to be with a beat and not with instruments, and You just need to sing it. You just need to sing it. You just need to call Hashem. And then Hashem going to remember all kindness of the ancestors. And Hashem going to reveal His kindness. Lizkor Berit Olam, to remember that He gonna redeem us. V'chamat HaMelech shachacha. And the angers and all judgments being cancelled by the merit of the ancestors. So we just need to sing to Hashem, to praise Hashem, to remember Hashem. In the narrow places, in the dark places, in the times of judgments, and not to give up. Just to make another step toward Zion, toward Jerusalem, Har Kodsho, the holy mountain. I bless you all that your faith is going to be stronger than mine, and that you are not going to fail in my failures, and that you're going to succeed in the places that I'm falling, and that you will be a lot happier than I am, and that you're going to be more blessed than I, and that I'm going to enjoy your blessings. Thank you very much. Chazak u'baruch.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Obi from the Emunah channel here in Jerusalem. Subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to Rav Dror. So show me some love. Show Rav Dror some love. Subscribe to the channel. We post new videos almost every single day. Awesome classes like this. If you have any questions on the classes you just watched, or just other questions that you have, or comments that you want to tell us, post them in the comments below. And we do a question and answer session every single week. So we'll either answer your question in that on video, or we'll make sure to get you an answer. And of course, check out emunahchannel.com. Awesome website where we have tons more inspirational content. We have videos, blogs, music, and all sorts of cool stuff. So get involved over there at emunahchannel.com, and we'll see you in the comments.